Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Reino de las Mascaras, the Kingdom of the Masks. I am your host as always, Ray de Mascaras, and before we begin, we got a little bit of housekeeping here and there. First and foremost, thank you to everyone who reached out last week to tell me that the audio was not too great. We've got that fixed this week. Basically looks like the editing program that I used, I selected a different type of movie. I do chop these up a little bit, as you've probably figured out. And unfortunately, I selected the wrong one, which dipped the audio down to next to nothing. So, not going to happen this time. I made sure already that I selected the right one. So, audio should be squared up. If it's not, again, let me know, and I will drop kick iMovie right into oblivion. So, with that said, also tonight, if anyone is looking for stuff to watch beyond SmackDown and AEW, I believe SmackDown is going to have Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar for the U.S. Championship. That should be a great one. Doesn't look like any lucha stylings on Rampage, unfortunately. But if you need a good fill of Lucha Libre tonight, CMLL is running their Night of Champions. And the main event is going to be Titan versus Mascara Dorada. Also on that card is Mystico versus Virus. And some other great matches. Looks like it could be a pretty good card. I've already dropped my $5, which, not to throw shade, but already in the last few weeks, I've thrown more money at CMLL than I have anywhere else, wrestling-wise. That will kind of change this weekend with Wrestle Dream for AEW. But, you know, what can I say? CMLL's been knocking it out of the park as of late. So, should be a great show. I'm really looking forward to Titan and Mascara Dorada. So, yeah, order the pay-per-view, $5 and some change. Do know it is good through, I believe it's Monday night. So if you've got a busy schedule, it might not work out. I believe it's 9 days, I want to say, and it'll hit the CMLL subscription service on YouTube. So you've got options if you want to wait. But anyway, let's get into some mask action here. This one won the poll last week, but unfortunately it didn't arrive until Monday this week. So if you've been on Instagram, you follow me there, you've seen this one, but let's just take a closer look at it here. But we've got this fantastic signed. Pretty sure it's been worn. It's got the markings on the inside and the usual indicators of being worn. So, but we've got a Templario mask. This is great. This year I've really kind of piled up the CMLL masks. Over the years, my main focus has ended up being either AEW or AAA wrestlers. Just the way it worked. But it's kind of cool now because I've got, right behind me here, you can see the Valiente mask. I've got a Mystico mask now, and I've got Templario. So really racking up the CMLL stylings here, but yeah, this one is great. You can see the gold on black here popping off that lighting. Just an amazing color scheme here. The design here in the front, great. Back, I love it. It's got the one size fits all type styling. I do have another Templario. I've got a replica Templario, but it's got the lacing in the back. So kind of cool to have one that is Luchador accurate. Obviously, it came from Templario. So awesome mask. I'll slide it on. I found out my head does not fit too well in this, but I'll slide it on real quick because it does fit. It's just one of those things where it's like on and off real quick. So bear with me a moment. I'll put it on. And we're back, and the mask is on. It actually slipped on pretty well. I probably could have just ducked out a frame and slid it on, but I don't do that anymore. After a few weeks ago, and it took me like 5 minutes to put the thing on. So I do like to clip it out and come on back. So as you can see, it's a tight fit. It is a tight fit, but it's breathable. I can talk fairly well in it. I definitely can breathe out of it, which is kind of interesting considering, I mean, you can see how tight it is. I know the beard's the beard, folks. But I'm sure if I tied this and, slid it in there, it would even fit almost just like that. It would actually fit even a little bit better. So definitely something I could walk around in if I so choose. Obviously, with it being signed, I would not do that. I would just go ahead with the replica if I was dead set on the Templario design, which I might do for Halloween. If anybody has seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, you remember the scene with the knight gets his arm chopped off, gets his leg chopped off, just a flesh wound. So my wife loves Monty Python, so I thought that might be kind of funny to do this year. So anyway, that's how it looks on my head. So I'll take it off, I'll have it in my hand, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. And we're back. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely one. It's definitely a good pickup for me. Very, very pleased with it. Get it kind of sort of backed up here, and you can see. Yeah, that helps. You can see there on the top. I know you can't read it, but it is dedicated to the previous owner, and then right there, the nose piece, you can see Templario signed it. So very cool mask. One that I'm very happy to add to my collection. Templario is one of my favorite CMLL luchadors. So, always fun to have a mask of your favorite. I do have several of those now, but it's always really cool when you get one for the first time. As someone who has not had the chance yet to actually travel to Mexico and see these guys live and get masks from them directly in person, always nice to have something signed by the luchadors in your collection for now. It's going to be something I'm looking to do here in the next couple of years. Going to kind of try and do the tourist thing, probably, hit all the, hit Arena Mexico, places like that. So hopefully I get to do that. It's definitely on the bucket list. So that is this week's episode. As always, thank you all for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions. We're over 50. I haven't checked the official number now, but I know we're over 50. So I can start doing lives, and I might, depending on, future acquisitions, I might start doing live unboxings of these. Give you guys the first look. I'll still do Instagram first looks as well, but kind of fun to bounce it around a little bit. Each one gets kind of a first look. So that is this week's episode. Thank you all. Really do appreciate it. We've made it through September. We got 2 months to go, and 2024 is right around the corner. And if you haven't seen it, First Wrestling announced today they are doing 2 days of WrestlePalooza in January. So you'll see me there. Gringo Loco was tagged in it, so I'm guessing he's going to be there too. So say a prayer for my bank account come January, because it's going to need it. Once again, thank you all for being here this week. We will see you all next week. And as always, live, laugh, love, and Lucha Libre. We'll see you.